Hello, welcome to my channel, Seed Infinity. In this video, I just quickly wanted to talk about the idea of how what we believe is real. We collectively kind of believe this reality we're experiencing into existence in a way. And I know it's not as easy as just being able to say oh, I believe I'm going to win the lottery today and then I'm going to go out and do it. Maybe if my manifestation and belief is, strong enough, but for a lot of us, we have those, subconscious beliefs and fears or doubts or programmings or what have you that kind of tells us no, that's not in the realm of possibility, or that's not likely to happen, or that tells us this is the way reality works. You wake up, you go to work, you do this, nothing too extravagant happens. You may just do a little bit of this, and so we program that belief into ourselves so heavily that that's then the reality we kind of share. And at a point it's kind of a good consecutive grounding reality for us to share while we're kind of learning to ride a bike with training wheels. But then at a point it's almost you're able to take those training wheels off, so to speak, and kind of open up that programming of beliefs of that subconscious beliefs, and clearing out the subconscious fears and doubts and what have you, in order to then make room for new programming, or to make room for new energy to be able to be filtered through that subconscious mind programming for your reality. And so it's kind of why people so often say things positive affirmations, repeating those sort of things, or manifestation work, or those sort of things where you're saying stuff or writing it down and doing it repeatedly as a way to almost, I guess, reprogram that part of your mind into a new way of thinking or believing, or kind of opening up those floodgates of opportunity for your mind, instead of having them so restricted in. Almost if you think of that subconscious part of your mind as a filter for your reality, and it's currently programmed the way it is to filter those experiences through for you. But if you're able to kind of reprogram it a bit, it can kind of allow a more broad range, or a more accurately filtered range of experiences to kind of come through for you. And it's not all just as black and white as that, and there's so many other factors that interplay in the reality we experience, especially in such a co-shared type reality. Also just being mindful of those sort of obstacles or signs and synchronicities, or little nudges or what have you from the universe that may also manifest into your reality as a way to kind of guide you into a new direction, or open your perspective and awareness to new ways of thinking or perceiving things, or greater depths of understanding that kind of allow you to evolve along your journey, also in a way to kind of bring in these new sort of experiences for yourself as well. So there's there's not just the subconscious mind as well, in the sense, but I guess just in the way of how much the belief and what we believe, and subconsciously believe, not just I'm going to think of something I believe now, but what you really do believe deep rootedly, consciously or subconsciously, just how much that really can interplay, and either allow things to come through or block things to come through, in a sense. So just kind of really working on what it is that you really do believe, rather than what you were kind of programmed to believe by this shared reality experience. Taking off those training wheels from just going blindly with the programmed just general consensus beliefs, and really starting to take those training wheels off and come into your own independent sense of forging your own belief and programming as a way of navigating the world, if that makes sense. All right, well, I might leave that one there for now. Sending you so much peace, love, light, and blessings as always. Bye.